I'm Fran Golden. This is my husband, David Molyneaux, and we are the authors of Unique Eats and Eateries of Cleveland. And you can buy our book at uniquecle.com. And you can also buy it in all the wonderful local bookstores and the big booksellers too. We really wanted to have a lot of diversity in what we're talking about in the book. So we have everything from very casual eateries, even takeout places, to the fanciest restaurants in the city. And that's on purpose. We didn't do like, this is the best restaurants in the city. These are the unique restaurants, the ones with the best stories, or with cuisine that is unique to Cleveland, and in some cases, unique to the world.
And if we had to choose between food and story, we went with story.
Well, we're travel writers. We're not food critics. So we really approached this as a cultural look at the city of Cleveland through its food, a way to explore Cleveland through its food and learn things that maybe you don't know about the history and about the history of the food while having really interesting meals.
And it sounds negative, but the question is, why would anybody care about this? Why would anybody want to eat here? What makes this place so special? And that's what we did.
Cleveland is ready for this book. People coming to Cleveland to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and everything, and the sports and everything else, need this book. There's all these hidden gems that we've already uncovered even before we started doing the research that we felt should be shared with a larger audience. It's a really cool food scene. It's a really diverse food scene, and that's what really impressed us. It's a changing food scene. You know, it was meat and potatoes. Yes, there's this amazing brew pub movement, and we cover that a little bit. We actually brought in a friend who's a brew pub expert to help us with that.
I love Bellotons. I like it not because it's my favorite restaurant or my go-to restaurant. It is because I love to eat there maybe once a year. Because it is special. The food is special. The place is special. The nature of the place is special. If you're not in Hungary or you're not in a place where people are making Hungarian food, you don't get the fare that you get at Bellotons.
But also Sokolovskis. I mean, Sokolovskis is a tourist attraction, but it's more. It's an important symbol, I think, of the city's past. And you can get a good stuffed cabbage or stuffed pepper or whatever there, and you know, you'll get a huge portion. And people go there because they want to taste that, you know, their mother's or their grandmother's cuisine. And again, it's that authenticity.
And it works. You have to look at a restaurant, at a community gathering place, which is what Sokolovskis is, from the inside. If you walk in the door and look around, or you look at the food table and what's for dinner and what's being served, you say, oh, well, that's interesting. But it's underwhelming. If you spend some time in that restaurant, you see who eats there. You listen to the laughter. You look at the pictures on the wall. This is an amazing place. It's a great piece of Cleveland history.
You got to go to Lihua on a Saturday or Sunday and experience the dim sum. I mean, I came from Boston, and I'm a bit of a dim sum snob. I've had it in Vancouver. I've had it in Singapore and Hong Kong and New York, and Cleveland is right up there, believe it or not, at Lihua. I mean, people come in from Detroit and Pittsburgh and other places to have it. So I'm not the only one who's like crazy fan of Lihua. But they do the typical dim sum carts, which bring wonderful treats. Some very approachable, like dumplings. Some like chicken feet that are more for the crowd that wants to try something. They're delicious. But they also bring around wonderful platters, and they have people carving Peking duck. They have platters with things like shrimp balls that look like snow cones. I mean, they're so good. So that I'm a big fan of that. And there's other wonderful eateries in Asia Town.
Absolutely. There are half a dozen, maybe half a dozen, 4 to 6 other eateries that are in the book for various reasons. The soup dumplings that you love.
LJ Shanghai.
The Siam Cafe is an amazing place. The atmosphere
The
does.
enthusiasm.
And the atmosphere of Little Italy is what makes Little Italy. I don't know, we have at least two. Mia Bella is in the book. Guarinos is in the book.
Well, the other thing is there's some really good Italian food suppliers like Gallucci's. I'm addicted to Gallucci's. I mean, I go in there and I go to the deli counter and I have to have a budget in mind because I can't stop myself. And then they have wonderful olive oils and they have a nice bakery section too. I mean,
The artichokes.
The artichokes
always
in the
buy the
deli counter.
artichokes.
Well, that's their antipasto selection. Yeah.
A restaurant on the near west side, it was a Puerto Rican restaurant. And the word rincon, so it was on a corner. It was mostly a takeout place because there were people that were standing in line, making an order, carrying a bag and leaving. But they had a side room that was as big as the takeout room. And it was full of people from Puerto Rico. There were families, kids, there were people just laughing and joking and having a wonderful time. And my thought was, cool. We've got a piece of Puerto Rico right here in Cleveland, and food is so much about family and friendship. It's about community. It's about eating with friends and laughing and sharing a story.
We had a really good time researching this book, and hopefully that'll come through when you read it. It's really quick stories, but we really enjoyed our work on this one. If we could do all our books this way, this would be great. With the love and passion that we have for the city.